Hello, it's the Aubrey Show, and welcome to Circadian Rhythm and Using It Wrong. It's the Aubrey Show. Hello, and welcome to the Aubrey Show, where today we have been having a little bit of problems with the normal video editing program we would use. But I'm not going to let it stop me, because fucking shit. Because this is important, and I'm going to explain why in the video. You know that our original video topic was going to be about Dolores and foreshadowing, from the movie Encanto that everyone loved? Yeah, fuck. Dude, it was going to be so good. But here we are. Might be tomorrow. We'll see what happens. So, what the episode is going to be about, sadly, is circadian rhythm. And I know that I'm using it wrong. I'm using it wrong intentionally because I don't know the word for, non-circadian rhythm. It might be rhythm. I don't know. Or it might be called scheduling, or it might be whatever the fuck. But I feel like circadian rhythm is something that we all hear about, then we completely disregard. And I feel like that's kind of stupid. So, yeah. I would like you to know that this is all in one take. I am literally hitting the pause button on my laptop's filming mode to make it look like I've cut. Don't ask why I do this. My methods are unknown. Anyways, so circadian rhythm in its most base form, in the form that you always hear about in fun facts and then ignore, is the 24-hour sleep-wake cycle that living organisms go through. And you usually hear about it in the context of improve your circadian rhythm and you'll have a better life. Go to sleep at the same time every night, wake up at the same time every morning, and you will be happier and more fulfilled. And, you usually hear that and you go, great idea, but I'd rather stay up and die. And, I'm pretty sure that you know that that's not good. You just don't give a shit. As long as you can still do your all-nighters, you're fine with feeling fucking miserable in the morning, and I'm behind you on that. That sounds like a fun time, and I used to do it a lot. A real lot. But recently, I have taken steps to improve my circadian rhythm. So these steps to improve... God, it looks so fucking stupid when I pause it for a half a second and then come back. But to improve my circadian rhythm, I've actually I founded the Aubrey Show. I founded this wonderful creation, which I'm sure everybody enjoys, called the Aubrey Show. And at 9:30 every night, from 9:30 to 11, I will be filming and then editing the show. Tonight there will be no editing, woohoo! Which is good because it's already 9:50. It's raw doggy, but. Point is, I go from 9:30 to 11, filming and editing. Sometimes I stay up a little bit longer to upload, and then go to sleep. Now, going to sleep past 11 is not the healthiest thing to do, but what this does is it does establish a rhythm in my life, and that rhythm is innately connected to sleep because I usually go to sleep pretty well after these. Honestly, I haven't had insomnia since I started it, but then again, it's only been 6 episodes, so I'll see what happens. So, this is genuinely something that helps me a lot. And I suggest that you try and do it if you can. But now I'm going to try and think about circadian rhythm in a non-circadian way, which completely ruins half of the word. So, what's important to remember is that actual rhythm is just as important as circadian rhythm and often just as ignored. It's nice to schedule things at the start of your day or halfway through your day. You schedule it, and if you get to the end and you actually complete it, it feels great. But life does tend to just slot in a bit better if you schedule everything beforehand, or at least schedule a couple things beforehand and have them remain constant throughout your day. Now, a lot of teenagers can realize this over the summer. That's why I often try and fall back on some form of I forgot to take my meds. Oh dear. Okay. I gotta. I'll be back. So it's still dissolving. the pill, so I might sound a little bit weird, but probably not. So, point is, I schedule during the summer. It works well when I do it. Usually, I can, I do it for like a month and whatever. Um, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking immediately, it's great when you do it, but how much energy does it take to make a schedule? Why would I ever expend that energy when I don't have to? And I know this isn't going to convince you too much, but it doesn't take that much energy. When I did it in the summer, I did have a very simple schedule. So it was, um, wake up, game, after breakfast. Okay, wake up, eat, game, eat, creative projects, game, eat, movie, sleep, usually. Um, and I would watch like the same shows whenever I ate because I like watching things while I eat, and I would listen to the same things before I go to sleep, and it created a very nice, rhythm. You'll notice that wasn't that hard. I just laid it out in like 3 fucking seconds. You can do that. So I implore you to right now take out your phone, uh, and open up that notes app and try and schedule out a day just for fun. You don't have to follow this schedule at all or even think about it past this point. But pull out your phone, write down what you think you're doing at all these major points in your day. At the very least, write down, what time you wake up, what time you eat breakfast, what you do between breakfast and lunch, what time you eat lunch, what you do between lunch and dinner, what time you eat dinner, and then what you do before you go to sleep. And this is not, like brushing your teeth. That's implied. I never had a struggle with that specifically. So I'll give you a bit. Okay, the bit is over. You could have fucking paused it. Screw you. So you'll look at that and you're like, this is a very simple laying out. That will help you. Genuinely. Like if you follow that, that will help you. And this is something that's not super important to stick to. Usually it's just nice to have. It does keep your rhythm in place. Although I would suggest sticking to a certain bedtime because circadian rhythm is really important to stick to. And just try not to over and over break the rules because that will destroy it. But if you twice a week, mess up and have to go overtime, it's not too bad at all. I do it all the time. But I don't. Okay. I gotta reorganize my thoughts. So, back to me talk. But I did create the Aubrey show, so that I could have something that would help with my circadian and my just normal life rhythm, and it has genuinely so far it has helped with that rhythm. And the other big thing that this helps with is if you're an introverted person, it can sometimes be a struggle to leave situations you're having a real good time in. And I'd never let like my schedule keep me from hanging out with friends for longer, if I'm enjoying it. But it's such a good excuse. Although, okay, I will say, if it's like a nightly thing, if I'm hanging out with one friend over like a video game, I'll try and just leave at a certain time because I know that'll probably happen multiple times, and that will really ruin it. But if it's like, you hang out with these people once a month, you can go a bit over. It won't hurt you. But if you're in a weird, awkward social situation, like with a group of people, it's a great excuse to get out. It's like, I have this, I got to stick to my schedule. I got this thing at 12:30. I got this thing at 9:30 for me. It's a good excuse to get out of that. And, that also works with exiting friend situations. If you're just uncomfortable with exiting in general, this can work great for that. Point is, it has a lot of bonuses, such little downsides. I'm just going to rattle off a couple more bonuses, and then I might genuinely be out of show for today. I'm sorry, I talk way more about the English stuff than I do any of this shit. So, this is gonna help with your sleep schedule, your energy schedule, big time. Which, by the way, you should probably stop with coffee, but I know that me telling you that isn't gonna make you stop. Um, it's very possible that this helps with tracking like health and stuff. I mean, that's not entirely true. I personally haven't seen too much of a difference, except for that I have become a little bit more aware of what I've eaten. Mostly just because it's better for me to remember my day when it's structured out in such a way. And what I find this does help with is it helps with creative stuff. Because a lot of the time it's you need 3 words a day. If you do 3 words a day, then by the end of the week you will have written 21 words. That's not a lot of words. I believe that normally you would say something along the lines of like, fucking 2 sentences a day. I don't know. Point being, you can get far if you separate it into manageable chunks. That's how a lot of creatives, full-time creatives, make sure that, they're keeping up with it like a job. They organize it day by day, and then they try and stick to that schedule as much as humanly possible. So, yeah, I think that that's just about all for today. One thing that I am gonna the fuck are you doing? One thing that I am gonna start on this 6th episode, because the first 5 episodes I did you easy. You didn't have any homework, but now I'm instituting homework. For your homework, I want you to find one damn thing that teenage girls can do without being criticized by seemingly everyone ever. And not do, I mean like genuinely enjoy. You know what the fuck I mean. Why do we keep on coming after them? What's up with that? Anyways, bye. The Aubrey Show. I don't have credits today. I'm fucking tired of this. I'm kidding. Why is that my humor?